YouTube, we are starting this off with Heroes against Vanquish Soul in the top 8 of the Meta Weekly every single week, mate. By watching as long as you can, that greatly supports these videos, even if you have me on in the background. With that said, Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Mad love on summon, searching for the Snow Devil with the ability to fully wipe out the entire field of monsters. We're going to use the Infernoble Durendal, searching our deck for a Raisin. Borger, return back the Mad love, getting hit with a Max C, which will now be drawing off of the Borger, but the Borger can also draw by revealing the Mad love. You draw, but so do I. Reveal the Mad love to come to me into a Bell. Unfortunately, we really want to have the ability to summon Raisin. We're not summoning it again, though. I mean, it's too much under Max C. So do we have an activatable Snow Devil? We do. Have a Dark, a Fire, an Earth. So this will be able to inflict 1,800 damage and then wipe out the entire field. We have the Rock of the Vanquisher, which could summon a Raisin into the same column as an opposing monster to then destroy that entire column of monsters. We can also search for a Caesar, which will be able to pop a card on the field. So we have full field wipe of monsters, destroy a column of monsters. We have pop a card on the field, and we have Ghost Spell or Disruption. Let's shotgun a polymerization right away into a DPE non-target poppage. Now, not using Imperm onto the Rock of the Vanquisher, while this is a quick effect only during the main phase, I think Imperm in the draw phase is possibly a very good idea. This is the non-target field wipe. DPE with the pop here, being responded to with the full field wipe. We're gonna also chain Rock of the Vanquisher. We're gonna Forbidden Droplet, send the favorite. See, we already we're committing to negating the Rock of the Vanquisher, which we could have just done with the Impermanence. Here's a problem, though. If your in-game settings are not set correctly to start the game with the toggle on, then it's going to go straight to main phase before you could even use Impermanence. And if you do not have your game set to that, turn it on. If you don't know how to do that, figure it out. I think I have a video on it. You do want that to be the case. Holy burn, full field wipe, but the Raisin. The Raisin is protected here, as we cannot be destroyed thanks to the Snow Devil effect. And we have Imperm after our whole field got wiped anyway. But it's going to dodge the Impermanence thanks to the Borger returning it back. Yeah, this is just a mess. Vanquish Soul is just crazy, playing around everything very well. And we have the Caesar to return it back to then get popping if we need to. Do expect that to come out soon. First, we're going to draw a card with the Borger, and then we could Caesar Valius whenever we want to non-target pop. Cross Crusader, I'm expecting it to come out soon. This is a trigger effect now. The DPE already activated pop a card, so I think we're just going to pop the Cross Crusader before it maybe activates to search the deck, which might be the case. We're going to wait. We're going to allow him to tribute to then search for a Vian. He does have his open normal summon. On summon, send from the deck, and then banishing to grab a polymerization. But first, the Mist will be searching for a Liquid Soldier. We done. We done. What was like 7 cards in their hand. They're going to be even more next turn. Borger drawing every turn like a regained. It's insanity. Let's keep on going. Ain't no way. We have Ferris. Starting this off, Ferris plus a Malicious is an incredible start to your turn. We have non-target pop. We have Dark Law. Any card sent to the grave will be banished instead. We do have Favorite Contact to pop multiple cards on the field. We have Droplet to negate. So that's about 4 forms of disruption. Pada E, randomly banishing 6. We lost 2 of our Rock of the Vanquishers. Do we play 3? We should. Of course we do. Imperm negate the DP. We're now down to triple form of disruption. Mash change onto the Mist. So when you add your card, I'm going to randomly banish a card from your hand. There we go. The Floodgate is live. Anything sent to the grave by the opponent, it will now be banished. Wonder Driver triggering to recycle. Shadow Mist triggering to search our deck. Dark Law randomly banishing. Raisin is going to be destroying all monsters in the same column. Take out the Sunrise. Now, do we add the hero that boosts ourselves on the damage stat? Say goodbye randomly to the Kashtira Riseheart. We have Ferris instead. We still have Droplet, favorite content. What? No, no. What happened? Well, Ziad told me what happened. He said that he disconnected and he wanted to know if a disconnect is a game loss. It unfortunately is. You spill your apple juice, your chalky milk all over the table at your locals, it's a game loss. Begin. Codal searching our deck for Gazelle. We have Veiler, we have Drone Lockbird. Hit them where it hurts. No more adding for you, except I finger you. Negate. You have another finger where that came from. Finger limited to 1 in the TCG. Are you ready for Gazelle? Searching our deck for a bait. You got baited, mate. How do I know it's a bait? Well, I didn't even care to finger your Ash. Since we have that Chimera Fusion already in hand, let's fuse it up into the Baphomet. Baphomet is here. We're going to Gazelle and send to the graveyard for a fusion. Search our deck for an illusion as the Baphomet is going to send a monster from the deck to the grave. Veiler, negate. Codal, you targeted my monster. That's a no bueno. Negate, your negate. I'm going to save my finger. And there's nothing else to even finger. So we let the Ash go unfingered. Yep. We out of here. We out. Let's go. Golem into the back row. Hit him with the C. Do we Ash that C? Of course we do. Negate. Now, let's speed this up. A lot of people were coping that the Millennium Engine would no longer be used with Beatrice being banned. Are you out of your mind? Senjin, search for Senjin, equipped in the back row, summon a Doom Dragon, and now we have a Photon Lord to negate your Ash. And now I could safely use my own Ash. Ash into Poplar, summon the Poplar, search for the Divine Temple. Let's link this off. And let's say we didn't have Ash. We could possibly go into a Zombie Vampire. That's a play that Snake Eye Fire King was doing to help make plays. Mill a Diablo Star, Ash, Poplar, multiple different cards you could randomly mill to get popping off. You have Oak, Reborn in the Poplar, go into the Requiem. Requiem's gonna jump off into an Ash negate, which the Photon Lord will negate. The negate, mate. Let's keep on going. Look at that. Millennium Engine into protection for our plays. Beautiful. Equip Requiem, send it with the Oak, summon a Flame Burst in the deck. Sequence is now here. We're going to fuse with the Graveyard into a Desiree. Ooh, buddy. Desiree is pretty good. Good for board breakers. Let's hop into game number 3. What do we have here? Ash again. That's fine. If we Veilered, they could have chained the Book of Eclipse. We're going to Fiend Smith, track it up. As, you know, in a way, doesn't it seem like that's kind of like a bait, right? Toss that out, hand trap it, please. The Fool Loss is what really got us, though. You got me good. We are going to Senjin, equip into the back row here. Chain the Maxi, which we now have triple tactics, allowing us to draw 2 more cards. There's no more cards in their hand to even look at. I don't think we really care about taking control of a monster, or do we? I'll take your Lurie, that's a light fiend. All right, Golem, summon from the back row, searching for the Wedju Temple. Oh my goodness, we're going to do the droll. We drolling. Book of Eclipse in response to the droll. The Lurie was already on the field from the previous turn. Let's go. Requiem. Now, we do have Imperm for sequence play, which we will have to normal summon the Effect Veiler for. Or no, we can go into Doom Dragon. We didn't Doom Dragon yet? Yep. Okay, we still have our normal summon, but we still lost the Veiler. We're going to send the Gazelle to the graveyard, which only triggers when used for a fusion summon. into Fiendsmith sequence. Imperm, negate. Of course, this is a great negate, plussing a powerful form of disruption onto the field. Yeah, you don't want that. Engraver, reborn itself onto the field by returning a Light Fiend. We're going to further link this up into a Little Knight. Is there anything worth banishing? Little Knight, banish away that Lurie. Yeah, Light Fiends is fuel in the graveyard. Oh no, Droll made it so we couldn't draw. We drolled ourselves. We would have drawn 2 cards. Engraver activating, searching our deck for a Fiendsmith Tract. Your Lurie is gone, sir? Oh, yep, okay. Well, that's fine. We got 2 Engravers engrave. Engraver, return back Engraver to reborn itself, which we can now go into the Requiem, into the Engraver, then equip the Requiem, and then, I guess, battle over the Little Knight. We could just do not equip Requiem, but first battle over it, then we can equip the Requiem. There we go, in that order. We have not used up our normal summon yet, so we're gonna send a card, then we can go Sword Knighting. Discard Sword Knight into the Nightmare Apprentice. We could then search a Sword Knight if we want to, or, okay, we'll grab the Codal, then Codal into the Sword Knight, or a Gazelle, if you need the fusion instead. What I think's really interesting is these Mad Lads using the Duke of Demise to additional summon a Sword Knight from the hand. I think that's been wild. Baphomet is here, send from the deck. We're gonna search our deck for an illusion. So that could be summoned with the Duke of Demise if we want. Fiendsmith sequence. I wanna play this now, that we Duke of Demise additional summon the Sword Knight. That's so cool. Duke. Before Duke, we would Sword Knight into Baphomet, which would lock you into fusion only. So if we instead save the Sword Knight for the additional summon with Duke, we're not locked out of our Link monsters. Chimera, King of the Phantom Beasts, is here. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but there's been a common theme with Konami. I thought they would stop doing it, but they have not stopped. They keep on doing it. They take decks that set up their turn in relatively a decent amount of time, and then they extend it by like 3, 4, 5 times. They keep doing it. They even did it to Melissa in the OCG. Oh my gosh. I was playing Melissa in TCG. I'm like, hey, this is not so bad. It's kind of a long term, but not the longest. And then I'm playing an OCG, and I'm like, what the shite? It's like twice the length. Chimera's a super long turn now. What the? I wanted more stuff like the Turbulence. Just summon all the bodies in one play. Not 10 minutes. 2-1 victory. Good job to Chimera. Bro, what the heck was that? Oak dead, Flameburst dead, Garunik's dead. Well, we set 4. Hey, that's one thing we could say that's good about Labyrinth. They may not have a long turn 1, but they do make the duel itself long. Maybe that's worse. Coup Clock, activate. We're going to now be able to summon the Lady Labyrinth on the turn, chain the Max C. And we are, what's the math on this equation cannon, mate? Add that Garunix if a fire monster destroyed. We're doing the math. And the Lady Labyrinth changes the math. I am out of here. Screw this. Bonfire, there are some things that are not good. Impermanence is good on the Ash here, of course. Unless they have a semi-limited Kirin in their hand. Impulse to negate that Kirin. Not today. Protecting our impermanence. This generally would not be a good impulse. But because it's in the context of dodging an impermanence, it only then becomes good. But then all that effort for I still have Poplar on the field. Okay, I imperm you. You don't have Original Sinful. Are you sure? I still have Original Sinful because Diablo Star. Are you kidding? You stop the Ash from getting Poplar, they still have Poplar. You stop the Poplar from getting Original Sinful, they still have Original Sinful. It's endless. And the Impulse is a hard once per turn. Let's speed this up. Send a Flame Burge. Yeah. Oh, you still have Original Sinful, even though I used my entire hand. 3 hand traps to ensure you do not get to the Original Sinful. Torby, discard the big welcome, set up our big welcome labyrinth. Ariana's here. It's in the grave, man. It's like, it's there. It's there. You ain't imperming this. No. It's right there. Spin back, dodge the impermanence. Yoink. And now let's see what we could do. Grab the Lady Labyrinth. Torby is triggering because a monster has been returned back. It's going to be summoning itself onto the field. Lady Labyrinth chaining to... Wow. This is a destroy because we have impermanence and grave. We're destroying Lady Labyrinth from the hand. That was quite interesting. And it would be quite sus to even do that if we didn't have another impulse to negate the big welcome already. I can't believe... Bro, you're bricking 2 games. Game 1, complete brick. Game 3, super brick. Game 2, you had 20 plays? What is going on? Big welcome labyrinth. Negate. Torby is going to be jumping off, setting another trap from the deck here. How is this happening? This is a very consistent deck. It's a great deck. I think the Snake Eye Fiendsmith version is more consistent, but this is more disruptive. We give up consistency for disruption, and then I guess we're getting punished for that very case that we're seeing. The impulse cards would be Fiendsmith cards instead. And then you have to ask yourself, how good were the impulse cards in this duel? They were very good. So I'm torn. Between if they were Fiendsmith cards instead, I think we probably would still be getting clapped up, right? Welcome Labyrinth, summon from the deck our lovely. You can in the Fiendsmith version. That's the point, that we are not playing Fiendsmith because we're playing Impulse instead. That's the main difference between the decks on choosing which deck you want to play. Chaos Angel, banish away, get swinging directly. 1600 life. Lovely setting up. This is impossible. Impossible. Any card sent to the grave is banished instead. Negate a monster effect or summon. Pop any card in the field or in the hand. Banish the entire field. Is too much. Okay. Reborn, spin back, trigger everything. Are we going to... This triggers, but then we can't send any card from the deck to the grave because it all gets banished. What are we doing? Garunix in the end phase. Solemn Strike, negate and destroy. That's fine, I want to be in the grave. Oh wait, I'm banished. Nuts. And that is a one of. We play 1 Garunix. Oh no, Yusuf. Yeah, you know, the impulses were the best part of this duel, I would say. Unfortunately, it does come at the cost, I think, of decreasing the consistency a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Am I far off from saying that? If we were to straight up compare Snake Eye Fiendsmith and Snake Eye Fire King. Airlifter is full 1-card combo. Imperm to negate. Fire Engine is going to be chaining to the summon of the Airlifter. We're going to hit them with the Max C, which... This activates a monster on the field. Yeah, okay, so the hand trap does not work. If that was an on-field effect, then holy moly, that would have been crazy. Airlifter would dodge the Imperm, and we could summon the Fire Engine to dodge the Max C. We have Reinforce and Extinguish. Our only form of disruption here, you would think, is the Extinguish, which can extinguish away a Purrely. Now, what we also have is an Impulse, which could summon from the deck the way to flip a monster face down. Both are targeting effects. And with the Purrely Street, we can make ourselves unaffected from being targeted. We cannot be targeted. Now, we do have Reinforce. Target a rescue ace. It is unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and if the next time it would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. Is that a big deal? We'll find out. As I said, we have the Preventer here. We did normal summon the Purrely, so you may be thinking, why didn't we set up the Street early? Well, it's a normal summon monster. The Purrely Street cannot protect it anyway. So there was no weird misplay here. Triple Tactics Tout. Let's draw 2. We would like more fodder for our Purrely cards here. And now we're in big trouble. Huge trouble. It's so much trouble, I'm excited. Because we are gonna clean up this field. Potentially seeing lethal damage here. Let's get to it, let's do it. Shield Slayer is gonna be targeting Engrave. We cannot extinguish. This would have been the extinguish play. You chain to the Lily, activating to perform an Xyz, and then it would not Xyz if you pop it. And now, you are in big trouble. Oh, can we chain something? Oh no! Don't do that! You gotta chain to the spell, not to the happiness. So what this is doing is, it's going to return a back row card. So we read that and we're like, oh crap, it's gonna return our back row card. But if you chained Reinforce to the spell, then it would have not equipped to return a back row, and it would have not gained an additional attack, and it would not gain an additional search. We would have stopped the search, bounce, and an additional attack. That's crazy. Big trouble. And this is like double bad. The next time it wouldn't be destroyed. He doesn't want to destroy you. But, you know, if you're boosted, I guess that's fine. You can attack something else. Purrely, reveal the top 3. Come to me. Unfortunately, no quick play spells. That's okay. Grab the Purrely Street. Purrely Street, reveal the Pretty Memory to now go into a negate and a suck. We are going to get sucking. I'm going to suck up your Preventer so it doesn't trigger Engrave. I could just swing into you all day. Yup. At least 4 searches. That's search number 1. Search number 2. Gonna make you indestructible by battle. We made ourselves indestructible by battle. I guess you're already indestructible. Did we want to... Ooh, we're killing ourselves to then trigger the field spell. The valid strategy of killing yourself to trigger both the My Friend Purrely and the field spell. We're gonna get searching. We're gonna add up to 3 cards. We're gonna special summon. It's just so much plussing here. Why I seem to be a little frozen is I was trying to calculate lethal of the beauty. Changing a battle position of a monster. We had Delicious, but we did not use it to make something completely indestructible by battle. By changing a battle position, it is a non-targeting effect, but you can't attack the Hydrant anyway. Can't target for attacks or battle. If we were to continually reduce, and then on the 4th one, I guess, yeah, we maybe needed another quick play spell in the hand. With another quick play spell, we could have chained Beauty to the quick play spell to change the battle position of their monster, and then make it indestructible by battle, and then perform all 4 of the attacks on the same monster, and then continually reduce it. But at this point, we're just playing with our food. We're winning in 20 different ways. This monster's gonna be unstoppable. Purrely Noor is going to be drawing how many cards? 2? 2 during the standby phase, only 2. And it's got 9 materials. Oh my goodness, 1, 2. Oh, we're not done. We're gonna turn this also into another one. Do you have any idea what this field means? This is completely unaffected by all card effects that are activated by the opponent. It could spin a card on the field or in the graveyard back in the deck, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And then the other Purrely Noor could spin not once, but 2 times. So we have 6 spins. Could spin 6 cards while this is unaffected, and it's massive, it's huge. Gonna spin, we may as well just spin everything, spin. You have more spins than their hand and field. You may as well just get spinning. Protected thanks to the Happy Memory. We had both Happy Memories protecting it on the previous turn? No way. I mean, we kept on searching, we kept on attacking, and that's what the Happy Memory does. It protects your card from being destroyed for 2 turns. Oh, I miss Purrely so much, I'm going back. The ban list recently unhit Lily, right? Lily's now at 3, that was the change? Damn. Good job, Kid Art, who's playing under Shield Slayer. Heavy Storm in a Rescue Ace deck. Interesting. Poplar, Trigger, and we do want to chain the Emergency to that. I guess we don't have another Rescue Ace, so Emergency is a problem. It's no bueno. Emergency without another rescue ace. We summon, then it goes directly to the grave. Oh no. We bricked. Well, not really. We kind of could have done something if it weren't for the Poplar getting negated. I don't think we had the best of turn 1 plays. With another rescue ace, it would have been a lot better. Now, let's see what we could do here. We're going to reveal 3 happy memories. Now, the additional attacks are only onto a monster on the field, so ideally, you do not destroy that monster by battle if you want multiple searches. And even more ideal, you just win the game by attacking over the same monster 100 times. But in order to do that, we need the Delicious Memory to make it indestructible by battle. Had there been another monster on the field to attack into to search for the Delicious Memory, we could then Delicious, make it indestructible by battle, and then do the rest of our attacks for game. Or we could YOLO. Right now. No YOLO. Grab the Sleepy Memory. So we're gonna very simply just equip, no back row to spin. This is a non-target spin a back row card back to the hand. So not only are you untargetable on all your special and Purrelys, you have the ability to spin back row back. This is just an absolute decimation of Rescue Ace. Grabbing the Purrely Leap, you could leap the Happiness into an Purrely Noor. Nightingale is good against, let's say, a Tenpai deck. It almost guarantees you're not going to be losing next turn unless it gets dropleted. Imperm is not going to really affect it because you're going to imperm on an open game state, open field that is, and then it would chain to make it so you take no damage to the turn. What are we doing here? Purrely Noor, ensuring that we draw 2 cards, not 1. Wait, was that draw 4? We drew 4 during my explanation? We drew 4. Oh my Jesus. Emergency, summon Lifter. Bro. It just summons Lifter, then Lifter dies immediately, then he ends his turn. Okay. It's not a misplay, it's hey, here's my only play. I'm trying my hardest. I don't know what you want me to do. Oh, here's my hand, okay. Lily, please end this duel right now. If we're not playing the Happiness and there's no body on the field, it could be more difficult to end the duel more quickly. Oh man, you're making me go another turn. Ain't no way. Delicious Memory, boost. 1100 for lots of attacks. Okay. Let's spin their hopes and dreams away. You Purrely leaped because in the end phase it would have been returned back to the extra deck. We're not trolling. Like, we wanted to do that for a good reason. Happiness, draw a card. We didn't want to draw another card, and damn. Rescue Ace. Not the best turn 1 of either game. Yeah, it was just an unfortunate match. Let's keep on going. Oh boy. Purrely, revealed the top 3 off the top of the deck. Come to me, happy memory. Stray Purrely Street. Let's reveal the Sleepy. I would encourage you to make a play. Not now, now. Chain link block that, please, with your Butler. Just do it. Wub knows. Wub won a tournament, what, a couple days ago? He knows. He knows. If you know how to play waifus, you know how to play the cats. Summon a Lily. Grab from our deck my friend Purrely. And, you know, we're still going to get the Noor. We don't have another chain link block. I guess we need to set a trap. Why don't we impulse that? Right? Am I wrong on impulsing to stop the Noor from setting the trap? Why not? Right? I feel like that was a good play. Impulse the trap itself? Well, we're obviously not doing that. All right, let's get equipping. Draw 4 now. It's over. Yeah, it's over. There's no way. Draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4, spin, spin, spin. Set your back row, spin the back row. I think we had to impulse block that. All right, let's go. Begin. Oh, super combo, set 4. We have negate a summon or a monster effect. We have flip the entire field face down. And this card counters the unaffected Purrely Nooo. Let me tell you how we could screw that up though. So this is unaffected from being flipped face down, but then after being unaffected, it forces the player to put their unaffected monster in the graveyard, but there's a special word. All of these words are not as important as this one, then. That's the most important thing ever about this card. If we don't flip something face down, we then don't send the Purrely Nooo to the graveyard. So with just a single Purrely Nooo in the field, this is no good. Now, fortunately, or unfortunate, we could flip our own monster face down, but the Purrely Nooo could spin the monster you're trying to flip face down, then nothing gets flipped face down, then the Purrely Nooo stays in the field. So ideally, I guess they just play into it. They gotta have another body plus the Purrely Nooo to flip the other body and then send the Nooo. So it really is gonna be coming down to that play, I think so. My friend Purrely. Reveal 3. It was kind of like when the Konami official caster said it was a cool play when Daruma sent the entire Tenpai field to the graveyard, which was illegal. Lily going into the Purrely happiness. Looks like we're holding. We are super holding. Hold all of our effects. Purrely revealed the top 3. Come to me, Sleepy Memory. Sleepy Memory, chain the happiness. Is this already under the effect of happiness? It's not, right? There's no way. So it will be negated and destroyed. It will trigger the My Friend Purrely, which is going to add up to 3 cards from the graveyard now. With different names. 1, 2, 2. We got 2. Can we grab the leap back? Or is it just the quick play spells? Yeah, just the quick play. So add 2. Purrely. Reveal 3. This is a crazy matchup. I think one slip up and it's over from either player. We got to play this perfectly. Got the Beauty. Beauty can now suck up a trap on the field. And it's doing it. Oh, we're going to use Big Welcome first. Ash negate the Big Welcome. Daruma's about to get flipped, so got to flip it. That's it. We had to use it early. Randomly. 1 in 3 chance. 33% chance to suck up Daruma. Now, the trap trick could grab another Daruma from the deck. We should be playing 3 if we banish 1 from our deck to then set the 3rd copy. But we don't want to be doing that. We want to actually be making plays. We can't just disrupt. We ought to have a healthy mix of play making and disrupt making. We're going to be searching for a lady with the Ariana, come forth and summon. In grave, we have Big Welcome, which could target anything on the field and spin it back. Could spin back our Ariana to then resummon her. Could spin back one of their cards if we want to. I think spinning back Ariana is the play. Yep. Spin her back. And then she is back to then get Veilered. Can we dodge Veiler? No. We cannot. Unfortunately, we don't have a butler to chain to that to at least get another body on the field. We have no lovely Labyrinth to make a Muckraker play with to then reborn by discarding. We're going to make the Ariana indestructible by battle. And you really want to remember that if you're the Purrely player, because that's going to be your pathway for lethal damage, attacking over her 4 times plus. We're going to leap our Purrely's in grave, 3 of them back into the deck here. My friend Purrely. Welcome, Labyrinth. Chain the lady. We had, we could have tried to chain link block, but since they have 3 backer cards, it's a bit much to be chain link blocking. We're going to summon from the deck, lovely Labyrinth. Now, going right into the Big Welcome. Summon the clock, return the clock, trigger the lovely, trigger Ariana, draw a card, pop a card, activate Daruma whenever we want. This is too much. We do have triple tactics talent. Draw 2. YOLO. What? We could use either, whatever we want. You want to suck up Ariana, huh? Okay, let's suck her up. And then Little Knight. On summon, banish a card. If we imperm, you could dodge the imperm by banishing the lovely. If you want to, right? You don't want to? Banish the... We can't target the lady, but the lovely we could have. Okay, happy. choose a card in the field. It's indestructible. Oh yeah, she's got too many effects. It's the first line, the line that I don't read ever. You can't chain to traps. She is hiding that under her dress, I swear. Okay. Coup Clock, Lily, add the My Friend, which we have not activated the effect yet. Daruma, get flippin'. Right here, right now. And off of a single My Friend Purrely, can't do anything. It's not gonna do anything. It's nothing, it's nada. Sleepy into nothing. 1-1. What went wrong? Did anything go wrong? Was there anything we could do? We did not go first. That was a very big mistake. All right, let's get to it. Let's do it. Begin. Solemn Strike is normally a decent turn 2 card. We have Imperm negate the Lily. I do agree with that. The Solemn Strike can negate an already established field of, let's say, a Baron to floor wanting to pop a card or negate a card, you then just negate and destroy her. But when it comes to Purrely, if they have the X Purrely nor unaffected by Solemn Strike, that obviously is not going to be good. Goes in is going to lock them into light or dark when they are, they have those 2 attributes. Rivalry of Warlords. Is that doing anything? We have fairies. It's a full fairy deck. That's trash. We'll just set it up as bait though. I'm thinking, do we try to Zeus the field before doing anything? Right? Can we stop Zeus? What would stop a Zeus? I guess we attack, then they flip Gozen, then you can't do Zeus. And then you're locked into the Assembled Nightingale. But maybe Gozen should have been flipped early. Now you're giving them a choice to keep the Purrely on the field, getting rid of the Nightingale, which can now go into the Happy Memory, which could just pound you to death and spin cards back. Gozen, Nightingale, detach. All right, get rid of Nightingale. I think we should have maybe locked him in a Nightingale. Reveal 3. That was a good ad. Great ad. The light monster that we want to summon is going to be the Happiness. The extra deck does have a differing amount. We have Earth, Water, Dark, Light. This will be a search. And we could spin back. So we do want to deal with this. We don't want it to search. If it equips anything, it's going to spin. Oh boy. We can't even chain link block the lady. And we're face down now? Oh my goodness. Big welcome. Pop it while face down. Now, the My Friend Purrely states specifically if a face up Purrely leaves the field. We destroy it while it's face down, we're screwed. Do we Solemn Strike the Effect Veiler on Lovely Labyrinth, or should we be doing this in the battle phase? Probably, if we want to be like super honed in on what we should be doing, we should battle phase around the Veiler to pop it. Probably. Not striking. We're going to just allow it. That's fine. Well, do we have another way to get rid of the Happiness while face down? We don't want it back up. We don't want the My Friend Purrely to trigger to grab back how many cards? 3. That's a +3 if that triggers. Big welcome. Spin it back on activation of the effect, not the activation of the card, because it is a hard once return on the effect. We have Rivalry of Warlords now. That's not a problem. I think we got ourselves into a position here, a situation. There we go. The chain link block from game 1 with Impulse, it's happening now. Perfect. You're not searching again. You're not equipping again. You still have 2 attacks though. Trap Trick, set Imperm, Imperm, negate, and set mate. Ain't no way. Setting up another big welcome. It's just endless advantage here. Unbelievable. I think we realized that it was going to have an additional attack and an additional search. So the Impulse and the chain link block was not enough. It was 2 searches. And then the strike would have been a +3 for them with the My Friend Purrely on the field. Lady Chaining's the big welcome. A Daruma. I've said this before. When Labyrinth wins, it looks like a really broken deck. And when it loses, it looks like a trash garbage deck that you can't even fathom why anyone would want to play this. This just looks so broken, does it not? What is this? Infinite advantage, infinite recycling, infinite control. Let's get revealing. Am I missing why we're not dealing with the happiness while face down, which would not trigger the My Friend Purrely? Chain link blocks, spin back. We're going to suck up and spin a back row card. Imperm, holy moly. That works out so well that the My Friend Purrely is now negated from adding 3 cards back. That was just perfect. What could we have done about that? Did we play into that? It's like, this is just a hopeless duel, honestly. This is just salt in the wound. Goes in rivalry being faced. Rivalry's nothing, but the goes in. Crazy. We didn't even have to use Solemn Strike. All right, that's enough. Lethal damage. Wub advancing to the grand finale. Nicely done. Nicely done. Begin. Well, we got Bell, Ash, Imperm, sure. Ideally, when your deck bricks, it's bricked because you have a bunch of hand traps that are usable, right? That would make sense. Let's see, as the Tract, adding the Lurie, Reborn the Lurie, Codal is going to be searching for our Sword Knights. Let's see what we do with this. Requiem is now here, summoned from the deck unless the Ash negates. Ash, negate. Now, how do we play through that? We're going to follow up with the Chimera Fusion, fusing it up into Baphomet. Baphomet's going to send a body from the deck to the grave. Gazelle is triggering to search our deck for an illusion. We have Codal and Grave. If we were to try to imperm anything on the field, then that's going to be no good. We do have Chimera Fusion. So let me change my thoughts and what I was saying earlier. I think that I think ashing the Gazelle is bad. Imperm could be better because if you don't imperm and they fuse and they have a Codal in graveyard, you now can't imperm, right? So I think that is maybe where the contention was on, using disruption on Gazelle. Does that make more sense? Because we can't imperm now. That's it. No imperm. Imperm dead. Bell, negate. Negating the effect of reborning. Ooh, nice little animation there. But now we can imperm. Okay, I take it back. Imperm Gazelle, you suck. Negate. No summon for you. All right, we are now summoning our Nightmare Apprentice. Activate, search our deck for the Sin Keeper. Just had infinite juice. What is this? Endless gas. Come forth, Baphomet trigger, Reborn an Illusion engrave, Sword Knight, activate, summon from the deck, can't ash, already ash something else. Baphomet can't imperm or ash to searching 2 cards. We already did it on everything else. Revealer, draw a card. Requiem, equipping onto Reliever. Oh my gosh, you're a Light Fiend. Ain't no way. This is crazy deck. What the? Playing through 3 hand traps like nothing and still having lethal damage. Ash, Bell, Imperm, wow. Nicely done. And then, unfortunately, Redark crashed and never came back. We have not heard from him since. I don't know, something happened. Oh, actually, he told us he crashed. And for some reason, I don't know. That's the end. I don't, there's no other match. That's it. This is not, I'm not like spoiling anything. It was one match. Gianna looked it up and he said, I crashed. Those are the final words, Gianna, right? That's it. I crashed. And then Abelmod to the grand finale. All right, let's see what happens. Grand finale, begin. Wub recently just won a tournament with Labyrinth. Not my own, another event, and now Wub is here to win it again. Ooh. This is a scary field if I like my back row. The Chimera Fusion, which we know is there, is going to be able to pop up to 2 back row cards. The Diabels is going to be able to pop up to 1 back row card. We got 4 back row. We could search for a 5th. So 5 back row will turn into just 2. Let's see what happens. Ariana. We just lost another back row because of the Sword Knight. Negate Ariana from searching. Does not destroy, just negated. Get suicide into the Little Knight. But Little Knight is not threatening back row. Who cares about Little Knight? We have Baphomet, which is going to be reborning the Sword Knight within the battle phase. And this is get popping. I don't have to pop my monster to pop yours. We're going to summon from the deck. And now, if you set at least 2 cards, I'm going to pop both of them. That's the deal. The Chimera Fusion is only activatable in the main phase. So, set 3, pop 2, exactly what I said, just like that. Abomod hard countering this deck, at least when going first, that is. Gazelle triggering, Baphomet triggering, we have a Reborn, we have a Search, we have a pop 2. If you had an Ash Blossom, you can negate this if it were not chain link blocked. We have just a Big Welcome. And Big Welcome is generally only good if you have another body on the field because it returns the monster you summoned back to your hand if it's the only monster you have. We're going to force out the activation of the Big Welcome through setting our own card thanks to the Diabels. Lady, return Lady, then summon Lady, then Lady at 2900 defense with 0 effects. Nothing. Does absolutely nothing. So Abomod should just win right now. Now, ideally, we're going to summon the Lady within the battle phase. Otherwise, the Engraver would be able to get rid of it. Chaos Angel would also be able to banish it. So we're going to wait for its summon here. We're going to block the 3300, but it does not matter. We still have 18 and 25 for game. Diabels paired up with Guardian Chimera, wiping away 3 back row cards. Sword Knight negating another back row card from being set. We stopped 4 back row cards through Chimera plays. Arius is going to at least summon a lovely Labyrinth. Set 2. Wow. Not like set 3, 4, 5. Max C, Call by the Grave, Fingering the Sea. Uh-oh. So with the Impulse, we could negate a special summon. And with the Daruma, we could flip the entire field face down. If we use these cards perfectly, we'll have another turn. That is a special summon that we can negate. I agree with that. That's good. Takes up their normal summon. It wanted to summon from the deck. That would be a big problem. Ended their turn. Great Impulse. Imperm preemptively on the Lovely. Flip down the Lovely. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. What we should have done is we should have activated Lovely and then flip it face down. Because now the second Imperm's going to negate it. You all understand that? If you activate it while negated and then flip it down, we can't use the other Imperm. It gets flipped down and then it adds back. Straight up. 100% what I'm saying is correct. Because now it gets negated when it would have not been negated. See? This played into a second Imperm. We did not have to play into it. You activate her while negated, and then chain flip her down. That works, I promise you. When you flip a monster face down, it wipes the negate. Maybe we're still okay. We have a Big Welcome. Could summon from the deck, and then get popping. Big Welcome will be triggering Lovely, which will be turning on the Triple Tactics talent. Uh-oh. I mean, we're popping a card from the hand, right? This is not looking good. Let's get popping. Take out the Nightmare Apprentice, grab a Gazelle, and the Chimera Fusion. Oh no! Are we yoinking? No, my Lovely! Lovely can now recycle our own impermanence. We can use her against you. Are we just performing lethal damage though? 5,300. Baphomet's gonna be a reborn. The reborn is how much damage here? 5,300 on top of 2,000, 7,300, and then Lacrima MP2, cream on them for game. Yep. Okay, let's see how we do it. I don't think we even get that far. We'll simply just put up the lethal damage. Necrom, summon from the deck of Dusted Gold. This should not be allowed to attack. What the heck? It can attack. Let's get swinging, and just like that, Abomod with lethal damage. Both of you are top tier players. I appreciate you both very much. Wub, thank you. You almost won 2 events back to back. Absolute insanity. I'm a fan of both decks. I know a lot of people hate Labyrinth. I understand. I like Labyrinth. You know, I maybe don't enjoy the Floodgate version, but if Floodgate is the best, I want them to play that. I don't want them to be dissuaded from that. Shine a light on the most toxic and powerful strategies possible. Always blame the game, not the player. And with that said, let's advance to some more stuff. Let's go.